Get ready for our next speaker. Known as the Sales Whisperer, Wes Schaeffer is a motivational sales and marketing keynote speaker, marketing expert, copywriter, and Infusionsoft consultant. Author of the 691-page book, The Definitive Guide to Infusionsoft, How Mere Mortals Increase Traffic, Leads, Prospects, Sales, Testimonials, Online Orders, and Referrals with the world's most popular small business sales and marketing automation software. In 2007, Wes was rated the top sales and CRM trainer during Dell Sales Performance Transformation and hasn't stopped helping businesses automate their sales and marketing. Join me in welcoming Wes to the Sales Acceleration Summit.
Thank you for that intro. Let's jump right into the number one reason your sales are down, your stress is up, and you are running on empty. May 26, 1907, the date your sales and entrepreneurial troubles began, and you probably didn't even know it. That's the day that MM was born. No, not that Eminem. I'm talking about the chain-smoking, twice-divorced, bald, mean, drunk, cancer-ridden college dropout from Iowa who changed his name not once, not twice, but 3 times to do such exotic things as move props around the stage and actually play a corpse. I'm talking about Marion Morrison, otherwise known as John Wayne, or the Duke. You know what? You know where he got the name Duke? From his dog. They used to call him Little Duke. They called John Wayne. They called Marion Little Duke after his dog. So how's that for an inauspicious beginning? So the name John Wayne and the name the Duke were man-made names for a man playing fictional people. And he had help, right? He had directors, he had writers, camera crews, I mean, you name it, makeup, all these people, and a lot of do-overs to craft a story, a myth, to take you on a little journey, right? To come into their world and see things the way they wanted you to see them, to have a little reprieve even from the day-to-day grind. But what happens is the human mind does not know the difference between reality and what we've imagined. So we come to think that is reality, that's how things get done, right? You think that what you see in the movies and on TV is the real world. You think that in order to succeed, you just need a reliable 6-shooter, a trained horse, and nerves of steel. You think that success comes easy, right? You think that bad guys get knocked out with one punch and that the good guy always wins. This faulty belief system has created unrealistic expectations, which is why your sales are down, your stress is up, and you're running on empty, okay? But here's what's realistic for business owners, for salespeople, and sales managers. I'm going to bring it all together. I'm going to give you pointers on each and see how they're all interrelated, because you've got to have clear expectations and an understanding of what needs to get done. From there, everything falls into place. From there, you know what you've got to do, and now if you don't do it, there's no mystification. You can't blame anybody. You can't be stressed out over that situation, because at that point, that's your choosing. Okay, business owners, your number one job is to market your business. Nobody will love your business like you do. Nobody will nurture your business. Nobody will know the ins and outs, the nuances, the intricacies. Okay? Yes, you can outsource or sub out social media marketing and the writing, and you can bring in experts to help you get the message out in the best way. But it's your message. You've got to oversee it. You've got to direct it. You've got to control it. Okay? Yes, you can bring in these experts. But, in the military, we used to always say that you can delegate the authority, but not the responsibility. Okay? So somebody has the authority to act on your behalf, to do a media buy, to do an email campaign, to promote a trade show. But its success or failure relies on you, all right? That rests on your shoulders. So remember that. Business owners, you've got to market your business. You've got to own that. Sales managers, your number one job is to recruit. All right, I see it all the time. Oh, my job is to pummel my salespeople, to motivate them. Look, if you hire and recruit great people, great things are more likely to happen. There's an old saying in sports that you can't coach speed. All right, so what that means is recruit super fast people for your team and then, teach them the plays. But at the end of the day, if no matter how good a shape they're in, how smart they are, how much hustle, if they can't keep up, if they can't catch the other team, it doesn't matter how good everything else is. So you're always recruiting. You see that in college sports. You see that in professional sports. In college sports, they know at most they're going to have a kid for 5 years, and they can only play 4 of those 5. But kids quit. They lose interest. Nowadays, they get arrested. They drop out for whatever reason, or they go pro, right? They go pro early, so you don't get all of those 4 or 5 years out of them. So college athletes, college coaches are always recruiting. Same thing in pro sports. They know guys will get arrested. They know guys will retire. They know they will get injured. So you've got to always be recruiting. So it works in sports. Okay, it works in business. You're always recruiting. That does not mean you're always hiring, but it means you have a system in place to find good talent. You're always willing and able to make room for an all-star. Okay, if you're a basketball coach right now and LeBron James says, hey, I don't want to play anymore for the Cleveland Cavaliers again, you'd make room for him. Okay, you always make room for the best, but you've got to have a system in place to find the best. When it comes to selling, salespeople, your number one job is to prospect. Yeah, there's some talking heads out there that say your job is to sell, your job is to close. Grab them by the neck, shove their face in the desk, hand the pen, and tell them press real hard. The third copy's yours. Okay, that doesn't cut it anymore. I don't think it ever cut it. But we didn't have Yelp and Facebook and everything else to talk about how bad somebody treated us. Okay, if you wouldn't want your mother treated that way, then don't treat your prospects that way either. So our number one job is to prospect. Okay, I cannot control, unless I have a gun or I have telekinetic powers, I cannot control and make the prospect reach into their wallet, pull out the credit card, and give me the digits. But I can control, do I put myself in front of enough of the right people and ask the right questions? So now I'm sifting and sorting, so the sale becomes easy and obvious because I'm finding the right people. I'm putting myself out there. So your job as a salesperson is to prospect. I see it all the time, and I experienced it in corporate America. I would get hired, and I was given a quota. How'd that number come about? Because the shareholders, the stockholders, the board, the owner, somebody said, we got to do X a million, chop it up amongst all the salespeople, boom, there's your quota. I always say manage activity and pay on results. But the problem is sales managers and business owners typically do not know the activity to even measure. That's why they just throw out a number and they let the salespeople figure it out. That's why sales managers, when you promote them from within, you usually have a tough time because most companies pick the top salespeople to be the sales managers. But the attributes that make for a great salesperson usually make for horrible sales managers. Things like being aggressive, being hard charging, being pushy even though I don't like pushy salespeople, but you get the point, being that impatient, aggressive type, and then turning around and trying to be more of a nurturing, holding people accountable, coaching and training. That's why I say as the sales whisperer, I got the idea from the dog whisperer. So I'm rehabilitating salespeople who've just been beaten, right? And I'm training sales managers, most of whom have never had sales management training. And this dichotomy, this issue has been addressed in a large degree by Michael Gerber. You see here, he wrote the E-Myth, right? It's the entrepreneurial myth, why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it. He talks about 3 types of people that typically start a business. The dreamer, entrepreneur type, the manager, and the technician. Most are technicians. You're very good at what you do, and so you get tired of working for somebody else, so you go start your own business. But then you realize just being good at what you do isn't enough to build a great business. If you build it, they will come, right? Going back to another movie, another fictional person telling a fictional story with a lot of help just to get you to set reality aside for a little while. If you build it, they will not come. You have to market your business. You have to promote your business. That's why I say the number one job of a business owner is to market your business. So What type of person are you? Are you in sales and you're not getting any help? Are you in sales management, you're not recruiting the right people? Are you the owner and you're not marketing your business? Or is it all of the above? Okay, so if you want to know the cure for all of this, no, not that cure. Although, they were pretty good in the 80s and, still kind of okay right now. The real cure is to surround yourself with great people. Surround yourself with smarter people. Surround yourself with people that are in the place that you want to be in life, right? And in business. And then get in there and learn and apply and track and automate. You see there from one of my talks, define your goals. You need help figuring this out because it's the old adage, you can't read the label from inside the bottle, right? You're too close to your own business. You're too close to everything that's going on, and you literally can't see the forest for the trees. And when you find this person that can help you, when you find this team that motivates you, when you think you have the answer, apply it fast. And when I talk about coaching, business coaching, sales coaching, mastermind groups, even conferences to attend, gurus to follow, you can't keep dabbling. You're stressed out, you're worn out because your inbox is full of tantalizing little tidbits that are coming over with titles that pique your interest, with promises that sound too good to be true, but you think maybe you're just not quite smart enough, maybe everybody's smarter than you, maybe there's a secret you really haven't mastered, and once you find that secret, you're going to grow your business and everything will work out. And that dabbling is what is really killing you. It's wearing you out. It's keeping you, it's preventing you from finishing anything. So you have a bunch of 10% and 50% and 90% done projects. And all of that is combining to just crush your hopes, your dreams, and empty your bank account. So find somebody. It's just, I equate a lot of things to sports. When I was learning golf, there's 100 different ways to learn how to swing a golf club. But at the end of the day, you have to square the club face at impact and accelerate through. That's all you have to do. So find somebody that resonates with you. Find that golf pro that connects with you and do what they say. And the same thing in your business. Okay, find someone that resonates with you. Find somebody that's talking your talk. And inside, your conscience, your little voice, are they teaching what you recommend? Are they doing things in your style? And then dig in. And go deep, okay, and do everything they recommend until you either see results or you don't. That's why you do things fast. Money loves speed. So apply the things I'm talking about, dig around, dig deeper, apply it fast, and see if it works, okay? If you want some additional resources, check these out. Weeklywhisper.com is my free weekly newsletter I send out with little insight and nuggets, and it's things I don't always put up on the website. TheSalesAgenda.com is a free tool. You'll get the exact agenda I've used since 2006 to take control of a sales meeting, even over the phone when I reach a decision maker. It's how I set firm appointments with decision makers. It's the exact tool that I email to them and I print and I bring to the meeting to make sure things stay on track. It's yours free right there at TheSalesAgenda.com. TheSalesPodcast.com. I'm changing the name to Market Like a Man, as you can see here on the shirt. But there's still over 117 episodes published so far. Like all podcasts, it's free to attend and subscribe to. And then finally, my latest book, 79stories.info. $14.95. Check it out. If you order straight from there, you'll even get a signed copy. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Please, if you like what I'm talking about, hit me up on Twitter. You see there on the bottom at Sales Whisperer. I'm happy to respond. You can find me online from there. And I appreciate you jumping in, committing to growing, searching out more advice, getting tools and techniques from sales professionals so you can grow your business, because at the end of the day, nothing happens until a sale is made. And because you've watched this, you've participated in this summit, you will be making more things happen. Thanks for watching.